Hi, this is Lady J, and welcome back. Um, we are going to be discussing today, Do All Men Cheat? Part 2. Yes, I've had a lot of requests to bring back this topic, and so we're back. Now, we discussed in our part 1 video of Do All Men Cheat reasons why some men would cheat, and what are the scenarios of men cheating. So we're going to get a little bit more into that. So let's revisit, why do men cheat? They cheat because they are insecure. They cheat because maybe they don't get enough sex. They cheat because maybe they have a sex disorder. Who knows? I think it's also an ego thing. Men from ages ago believe that they are King Kong and should have and devour everything that moves in a skirt or not. However, how do you know, or do you think that your spouse or partner is cheating or could cheat? I'm sure that's a question that most, if not every woman, have at one time or the other crossed their mind. Now, I'm not going to swear on any man that my man would never cheat, because you know what? We're all human beings and we're all tempted every once in a while. So the question is, do you believe that if your spouse was put in a predicament where he could cheat, would he? That's the question, right? Okay, so let's think about that. So when those things happen, when a cheating incident happened to a good guy, it's usually that he's in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that poor bastard didn't even see it coming. Poor thing. He didn't know that his friend Tommy was going to tell him, before you go home, come on, let's stop at the bar and get a drink, man. Just one drink, man. All right, call Jay and tell her that, or you'll be home in a second. Being a good friend that he is, of course, he goes with Tommy to go have one drink. Gets to the bar. All of a sudden, this top mama walks over, flirting with your boo, flirting with your hubby, who's there minding his business, right? And all of a sudden, this tot walks over to poor Johnny, innocent Johnny, who was only going out with his friend just for one drink. And there he is at the wrong place at the wrong time. What would your hubby do? Is the question. What would your hubby do when you have this tot out there ready to drop it like it's hot, ready to fling it and give it to him? What would your hubby do? Well, let me think about this. Well, I would hope my hubby is that good man who would turn and be like, nah, boo, I'm good. Got my thing at home waiting for me hot, right? That's what I would believe he'd say or do, right? What would yours do? You're sitting there thinking, if you're thinking your man would flip that over and jump that, then honey, you got a problem. So let's get back to it. So this is what happened to men all the time. Not all men go out there looking to cheat, looking to mess up their relationship. They just be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And what happens then? Well, what happens is you better build a bond and a good relationship with your man so that he knows when he's out there with home boy hanging out, if he see a tot or a thought, whatever you want to call them, a uchi, he better say the 2-letter word, no. And he better find that 3-word sentence, no, I'm good. Okay? Why? Well, you build a bond with your hubby so that he loves you and respects you, and know that, he doesn't want to ruin his relationship and what he has with you, right? That's the good thing. That's the good way to approach this. Yes, it is. Oh my God, my hubby loves me. He will never go out there and cheat on me because he loves me. He loves my family. He loves the kids. He loves the house we live in. So he's going to do right by me. No. That happens sometime. That works sometime, but not all the time. Not all the time. Now listen to me. We're all human beings. This shit happens every day, all day sometimes. You have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined to say, listen, there's so much diseases out here. You don't want to catch nothing. You don't want to bring anything home to your spouse. It's not worth ruining your relationship, your family, tearing your kids apart, selling your house over. Is this thought, Uchi, worth it? No, it's not. But not only that, the Bible says an eye for an eye. And I'm a full 100% true believer of that. So let me just give you the 411. I know for a fact my husband is disciplined and he respects me and he loves his family, love his kids, love our home. And I know he would never put himself in that type of predicament. So right now we're not talking about my hubby, okay? God bless his heart. We're not talking about my hubby. Let's talk about another man who, if I was in a relationship with this other man who didn't have respect for himself and didn't have respect for me, I am a big believer of the Bible and I love God. The Bible says an eye for an eye. So after I found out that he just gave me bun, he better prepare for Easter because his ass would be getting bun and cheese. Oh yeah, bun with cheese, not just bun and cheese he'd get. Because you know what? I think that way too often we sit up and we make too many excuses for these men as to why they cheat, or it wasn't his fault, or the girl did this. Stop it. They need to have respect for themselves. They need to have respect for you. They need to have respect for their family. And if they don't know how to do that, then you make an example out of them and you bounce. Deuces. When people say there's a shortage of men, I be sitting there going, what planet are they living on? There is no damn shortage of men. There may be a shortage of good men, but if you're a good woman, you'll find you a good man. Trust me, okay? Because I hate women who sit around and act like they lost, can't find themselves, have no love for life, and sit there and take these abuses from men cheating on them, staying out late at night, doing whatever the hell they want to do. And these women sit home like these peasants waiting for the key to turn in the lock. Is it hubby? Did he finally come back home? No! Step out of it, women. Listen, you're beautiful. You're sexy. You're unique. You need to love yourself. Wake up. If you don't love yourself, he won't love you, honey. FYI. You have to be so confident. Confidence is key. Listen, get on a horse. Get on a high horse. Hello, and let him remind him that you could drop it like it's hot. Remind him how good you are. Remind him how good your shit is. And then let him know that any day he chooses to act like he want to forget, deuces, okay? So for all you ladies out there who sit there and scared if your husband gonna go out there and cheat on you one day, or scared if he's gonna leave you, snap out of it. There's plenty of men out there, plenty of fishes in the sea. Are you serious? Honey, if your man will cheat on you or disrespects you like that, you don't need him. You don't need him. And like the Bible said, and may I remind you what I just told you, an eye for an eye, if you feel the need. If you don't, then you don't. But luckily, I don't have to think about that kind of stuff, because you know what? My husband is a good man, and we have worked together over the last years to make sure that we discipline ourselves and we work together as a team so that we think alike. So if I'm out there on the road and I'm thinking something bad, good, or indifferent, trust me, my hubby at home thinking the same thing. We somehow have connected, spiritually for some reason. Honestly, whether you want to believe it or not, we have connected on a level that is crazy. Okay, my husband can look at my face and tell Jay's mad, sad, or upset, or something about to go down. Oh, yeah. And he can intervene way before something goes down, and vice versa. But you have to be on that next level with your spouse. You got to get to know your spouse. You got to communicate with your spouse. And let me share a secret with you. You can't let your spouse feel or see that you have fear in you of them. You can't be scared your spouse is going to leave you. You can't be scared your spouse is going to cheat on you. You can't be fearful that he's going to run off with some other chick that looks better than you. No, boo-boo. No. You are a hot commodity. You are sexy. You are beautiful. Okay? You are funny. You're intelligent. You're all that plus some. Remember that. Every time you look in the mirror, look at yourself and go, God damn, I'm a sexy witch. Oh, yeah, because you are. Remember that. And anytime he opens his mouth and be disrespectful or talk sideways to you, you remind him, do you know I'm one sexy chick? Do you know that you are lucky to have me? Remind him, because he is lucky to have you. Okay? So, if your relationship is doing good, kudos to you. Keep working on it, keep praying about it, and keep loving on your spouse. But if it's not, reevaluate, reflect on yourself first. Remember, every time I do one of these videos, what do I say? Reflect on yourself first. That is key. Finger pointing, blame throwing doesn't work, okay? Because if you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing, then your spouse can't get his stuff together or her stuff together. So, reevaluate the relationship, reflect on self first, and make your decisions from there. Fix you. Do what you're supposed to do, and your spouse will fall into place, okay? If you ever need an advice, you can always email me at jjriley12@gmail.com if you have a question or you want me to discuss a topic, or if something's going on in your relationship and you want some advice on, I'd be happy to share my advice or my concept of how I would handle it with you. Again, my email is jjriley12@gmail.com. Hit me up if you choose to. If not, good luck to you. And this has been Lady J. It's been fun talking to you as usual, and I'll see you again soon.